With the taste of your lips, I'm on a ride. You're toxic, I'm slipping under. And this is dedicated to coronavirus.
The toxic year of 2021.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, that's so fucking funny.
We're back in COVID times in Australia.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, okay, well, wait. I don't know if this makes sense, but in my head, I think of it like this. So, most of the world, the UK and America, their COVID mostly happened in 2020.
Yeah.
And then they got heaps of vaccinated at the end of last year, beginning of this year. So they had like a brief beginning of summer where life was pretty normal.
Yeah.
And then obviously everything's turning back to shit everywhere.
Yep.
But all of everything kind of happened for us here in Australia this year.
Yeah, I would probably say that that's accurate. I think mostly because like we had such tight border controls and we had such tight lockdowns and everyone kind of followed it. So we didn't really have many cases last year.
Yeah.
But then obviously that's not a long-term solution. So now they've had to trying to start
they had to start setting
reintegrate
goals for
society
and stuff. So.
Yeah, exactly. So now all the borders are open. There's no really quarantine rules and regulations for traveling interstate or even really people coming in from overseas. So, so now we're inundated. But, I mean...
We had so many cases today in Queensland. I'm #worried.
Yeah, I mean, me too. I'm trying to be, like, sensible about it because I'm like, this was always going to happen.
I'm not like that.
Well, but
why be sensible? That's stupid.
So save your mental health, I promise.
What, mental health?
Exactly.
I joke.
No, so I'm trying to be like, okay, well, like we were going to have to open the borders eventually. Like this was inevitable,
Yes.
you know. So I'm trying to not panic about it too much. But on the alternative, I definitely started wearing my mask out in public way before it was mandated.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah. That's kind of what I mean.
Yeah.
Because I'm just terrified. Especially getting it over Christmas or giving it to people in my family that are vulnerable.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I'm worried about cases. I'm not so worried about the borders and stuff. That aspect, like I understand all that because I feel like if it was the other way around and Palaszczuk was like, sorry, borders have to stay shut for another Christmas.
Yeah.
Then there would have been like
riots.
Literal riots.
Which there kind of already have been. The amount of freedom rallies that have been going on. It's very true.
It's 16% of Queenslanders are anti-vaxxers.
That's insane and really unfortunate because that means we're pretty much at the threshold then of the amount of vaccinations we're going to get.
Yeah.
Because we're already at 81, 82% or something. Yep. So that's pretty much it. This is as good as it's going to get.
Pretty much.
And I think our Premier said mid-January, if we get to 90%, that's when they'll get rid of the mask mandate. But
it's not going to happen.
I mean, that's fair. I probably wouldn't stop wearing a mask anyway.
I mean, to be fair, Brisbane could hit 90%.
Yeah.
And in that case, you might remove the mask mandate.
I see.
But as a state, 16% are anti-vaxxers. Like Sydney,
right?
They hit 90%. I think Melbourne hit 90%. So they're cities. And
that makes sense.
Are like, you know what I mean?
That makes a lot of sense, yeah.
It's, I don't know. It's kind of hard to, what's the word?
Yes.
Like separate it all and then keep it separate, but then still like analyze it. I don't know. I'm not a scientist.
No, I understand what you're saying. It makes sense. Yeah. Well, in conclusion, it was always going to happen, but I just don't want to get COVID.
Yeah.
Especially because like all of the news headlines at the moment are just like, well, if it keeps going the way it's going, our hospitals are going to be inundated. It's like, well, we all knew this was going to happen, but you don't need to make us all panic about it. Like,
well, it's meant to be thousands of cases per day by March.
That's terrifying.
And I do think that our hospitals will be inundated.
Well, I mean, again, it's kind of inevitable, isn't it? But I think it's funny that she only just announced like 150 million, I think, was it, for a hospital.
New, ambulances and shit.
Yeah,
emergency services.
Yeah, and it's like, maybe you should have thought of that. Well, maybe you should have put that in 6 months ago before we opened, but I don't know. Maybe she has a backup plan where it's all going to happen in 2 weeks.
They were diverting all their sources to get new like quarantine facilities and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Me either. I don't know either, but
as far as the premieres of Australia go, I have higher trust in Palaszczuk than I have in pretty much all of them except like one.
I very much agree with that. I think that she's handled the whole thing very well. To be honest, she's kept us very safe throughout for 2 years, really. Like, we've had the max throughout the last 2 years, 50 cases active.
And until today.
Until today, yeah, which, again, inevitable.
Yeah. Well, yes, we did. Exactly. We knew that was happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel, well, I don't know if I should be saying this, but I have a family member. I won't say names. But they were like, yeah, I could never vote for Palaszczuk.
Whack.
And I was like, may I ask why? She's done pretty gosh darn good job at the pandemic stuff.
She has.
And you know what his response was?
Oh, God.
Because she looks too smug.
Whoever you are, Nick's cousin, I'll fight you.
What an idiotic argument, right?
Classic
Like,
men.
the sexism jumped out.
Yeah. I feel like, see, because this is not just like that's a very common thing, I think, is for people to just come up with stupid reasons why they won't vote for someone. And I think it's because they're just too...
Don't want to admit to themselves.
Well, yeah, but I was going to say too lazy or whatever reason to actually find out anything about politics. So they just go, oh, I'll just do the bare minimum and just decide based on personality, based on their face looks too smug. It's like, it's just...
Very that. It's truly mind-blowing how many people I've talked to, I would say in the past 4 years, where you like prod for basic information about the people they're voting for or about the election, and they have no idea. Yeah. And I point them to the resources that have helped me in the past. From personal experience, I can say helped. That's like the ABC Vote Compass that comes out every federal election.
Good. That shit's good.
It's great. It's so good. It's
really helpful.
And it also is really helpful at breaking down all the issues that are up for debate that election. Yeah. And then most recently there's I can't remember exactly what it's called. If you just type into Google, like, who do they vote for? Okay. You can literally put in your postcode and see who your local member, see what their voting record is. Interesting. For example, my Sunshine Coast local member, raging homophobe.
Oh, no.
He's a Liberal member, obviously.
Classic.
He's like a raging homophobe, raging anti-women's reproductive health. You know what I mean?
Of course.
So that's gross.
That is gross. I actually the other day was looking into, this is really weird, but I was looking at holding events here at the studio, and I was looking at who the local member for
this area
Paddington was. Right. Yeah, because I know who it is where I live, which is only 3 streets over.
But because there's Brisbane there.
But they're in different, so they're in different local groups. And I was looking at this one, and it's a Liberal guy, do not support his policies. Whereas in my seat, literally 3 streets over, we've got a Greens candidate. Yeah. And I was like...
The opposite end of the spectrum.
Maybe I couldn't just invite the Greens guy to come.
Yeah, fair. Interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway, I apologise for getting us straight into politics and
I know, that was COVID. Exciting.
Anyway, what's the elephant in the room this week? You told me you had one.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. I've been waiting like 5 days to tell you this. Okay, this is also your Christmas present, just as an aside. Oh, okay. And I want you to close your eyes. Sorry. Close them.
Fine, why?
Just for my own benefit, to be perfectly honest.
Why? Why? What are you telling me that I can't look at you when you're...
No, you can. You can open your eyes in a second. Genuinely, it's just because I think it's funny to make you close your eyes. Now,
I was going to say, should I block my ears? But that's headphones. No. Anyway, the elephant in the room.
The elephant in the room is, I am genuinely shook at the fact.
Yeah. I don't know where the microphone is.
You can open your eyes. That is fine.
No.
That the spoiler that you had for No Way Home was right. I can't believe that's how the movie ended.
What, have you seen it?
Yes, I saw it.
Hey! I thought I was going to have to go through this entire episode without talking about No Way Home.
Nah, bitch, I saw it on Friday.
Yay! High five. High five. Yeah, that's so exciting.
Bitch, genuinely, I've been like, okay, I can't tell Nick. I have to because I was so funny. Cranky at you.
Is this revenge for me not telling you about the dog?
No, it wasn't. This was just because I thought it would be funny to tell you on the pod.
Iconic.
After I threatened to block you if you guys told me as you liked the movie. So
did you go by yourself?
I did. Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say, could talk Chelsea as well. But no, okay.
No.
I love it. Okay, so spoiler alert for No Way Home.
Yeah, many.
However, I will say...
Merry Christmas.
Oh, thank you. That was a great present. I will say that if you haven't seen No Way Home yet, I know that it's a pandemic and, you know, this is the second highest opening box office weekend of all time.
Yeah.
It went from third. It's beat Infinity War.
Wow.
I know all that, but Sony is wanting to keep up the box office, meaning they're going to be ramping up marketing.
And I really appreciated you texting me that yesterday, and I had to laugh through my teeth. Yeah, yesterday or the day before.
Whatever. But they're going to ramp up marketing, and the marketing is probably going to have spoilers. So if you haven't seen it, go book like an 8 a.m. session with no one in there.
I mean, to be perfectly honest, if they haven't been spoiled already, like if you've managed to stay off the internet this long and you haven't been spoiled, I'm impressed.
Yeah. But that's my warning. And now for spoilers. Yeah, I was right. Wait, which part? Which part was I right about?
With the forgetting thing. Yeah. I was very shook.
Yeah.
When I went back and listened to the pod, I was like, wow, how did he know that was going to happen?
I know. I have such mixed emotions on the ending.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
because it was bittersweet.
It was.
And it was well done. But I just don't know that I... Because what are the two options? The two options are MJ and Ned aren't in the next movie or two.
Yeah.
Or they have to relearn everything.
Yeah.
Or third option, they're going to do a whole storyline about, you know, MJ starting to remember and then all clicks and she remembers it all and starts to go crazy and, you know, it's another consequence or whatever.
That would be interesting.
That's the three options.
I personally was thinking that they would just go the easy route and just, like, have the meeting that she's had with Peter triggers her memories, so they're going to start the next movie with her already remembering everything and coming to, like, find Peter.
Interesting.
I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. The movie was really good. Yeah. We'll just put that out. Like, it was very, very good. I very much enjoyed it. Obviously,
loved it. Loved
all of the nostalgia involved. Andrew Garfield,
hot.
Fucking perfect. He was my fave.
Big queer energy in that Peter Parker. Just got to say.
Accurate. Very accurate.
Which, remembering Andrew Garfield did push for a bisexual Peter Parker.
Love that for him.
And then was fired. Not because of that. That had something to do with it, but it was... Oh my God, can I tell the whole story about why Amazing Spider-Man 3 was cancelled?
Okay.
Just like as a brief tangent. The alternate name of our podcast, Tangents. They cancelled Amazing Spider-Man 3 because they greenlit it, right? They were good to go.
Did they?
Yeah, and get this. They went, I think it was Cannes Film Festival. Or something like that. It was some European movie event.
Yeah, ew.
Basically, one of the studio heads went there and they were having an event to like announce Sony's schedule. And they were like, okay, we're going to fly in the stars of all these movies. Andrew Garfield's going to come in and we're going to announce his third Spider-Man movie with him starring in it. All that, how exciting. Andrew Garfield was doing press for another movie. Yeah. And he came and he was sick from all of the travel. Like he got jet lag, like really hit, you know, all that. He couldn't, so he couldn't come to the event. And the exec's ego was so bruised that they cancelled the movie. They cut the announcement from the event and then went back and he told all of the other old white men at the table and all of them went, that is so rude. How could he disrespect us? Let's cancel it. And then like a month later, Kevin Feige came up and was like, hey, if you're not doing another one, can we bring him in? And that's how it happened.
Whack.
So between him, Andrew Garfield, quote unquote, disrespecting one of the execs, Andrew Garfield going on a press tour for Spider-Man 2 saying, I want him to be bisexual. I think he really just ruffled some feathers.
That's so sad. In my opinion, he was the best Spider-Man. They're my favourite movies. I don't really know why. They're not very good.
The chemistry between...
It's very true.
Insane.
I just think, and Andrew Garfield just did a really good job. I feel like, I don't know, just very good. I very much enjoyed it. And again, I feel like he was a standout in this movie too.
I agree.
No, but what I was going to say was I actually don't think there was any part of this movie that was particularly surprising. Like, I felt like it was very predictable, and that's not
Do you
necessarily
mean narrative-wise?
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I don't feel like that's necessarily a bad thing, but everything that happened, like I knew it was going to happen. You know?
Yeah, I would probably say for general audiences, it was probably quite surprising.
You reckon?
For general audiences, but I think for people like fans of the MCU, whatever, people who have general or like just slightly above general info or like have kept up with, you know, all the news around it, I think that was probably less surprising that, you know, the previous Spider-Man were in it. Aunt May died, a spell, and like...
That was actually probably the closest I came to being like shocked was when Aunt May died.
Really? I told you that like 2 months ago.
Did you?
Yeah, I said...
I didn't remember that at all.
I bet you monies Aunt May or MJ will die.
No, I didn't remember that at all. Oh my God, speaking of MJ, I just think it's so funny. I can't stop thinking about it. Did you remember when the trailer came out and we saw MJ falling and then there was the shot of Tom Holland doing it and then his hand reaching out and everyone was like, oh my God, that's Andrew Garfield's hand. Yeah. He's going to save MJ. And I just think it's so funny that we all used the wrong formula but came to the right conclusion. Yeah.
Also, that was like so fucking heartbreaking.
Stop it. That was like my favorite part of the movie.
That was mine too. I didn't cry when May died.
I got a bit teary. Actually, like I think I might have cried.
But I was closer to crying. I didn't cry at all, to be fair. But I was closer to crying when Andrew saved MJ. That was really wholesome.
That was wholesome.
Bless.
Particularly when he got all emotional afterwards. I was like, baby.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that was a lot. Wow.
Anyway,
such a good movie, though.
I fucking loved it. I don't know if on a second or third watch it's going to wear off.
See, I actually reckon I'll like it more.
I have a feeling I might too.
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't know, it also wasn't long. It was 2 hours 15.
Wow. I went and saw James Bond last night, just as an aside, and that was almost 3 hours long. Way too long.
Yeah, that's too long.
Just my recent comparison.
Well,
to
yeah,
a
Dune was a full 2.5 hours without credits. This was 2 hours 15 without credits.
Interesting. I stayed for the credits. By the way, the post-credit scene just being like a trailer for Doctor Strange was really whack.
I loved it.
I mean, I did too, but I was very shocked because usually they're just like a scene.
Yeah. I love the idea of adding the second post-credit scene being trailers for the next movie now.
Yeah.
I really like that. One, because it builds hype, and two, because it actually 3 reasons. 2, those who aren't actually interested in the MCU that much, they can leave after the first post-credit scene.
Yeah.
And 3, I think it's really cool that it's kind of like a reward for the fans who want to watch to the end. They get to see the trailer first on a really big screen, like, you know, and then there's space that they want to, like, all that.
It's true.
I think that's really wholesome. And I don't think they've done that since Captain America 1.
When it was Avengers trailer, yeah. Usually they definitely usually are
Scenes.
like for a sequel of some kind for the next movie in the series, but they're not usually like trailers. They're usually just a talking scene that gets you really excited, but gives you absolutely no context about what the movie's going to be about.
What was the one? I can't remember which movie post-credit scene it was. Mm-hmm. The one where we saw Thor in the Sanctum Sanctorum with the beer thing.
Yeah, that was for Ragnarok. But what was it in?
Because that was literally just a scene from the movie.
I reckon it was literally just a scene from the movie. Yeah, I reckon it would be Doctor Strange. If I had to guess. Because
I guess
he was there with Doctor Strange. Because what else would it have been in? Because it was for Ragnarok.
I guess, but I thought that was...
It was weird.
A lame one.
Yeah, it's probably one of the ones I actually remember most vividly because I was so hyped for Ragnarok.
Yeah.
And I was like just very generally excited to be getting like a snippet of Thor or whatever. But yeah.
Interesting.
Good movie.
How do you feel about the fact that now to understand the full context of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, you have to watch the animated TV show What If?
Do I?
Well, you know how at the end of the trailer there was the evil Doctor Strange?
Yeah.
And that's an episode of What If.
Mackenzie said that too, but don't I just have to know about Loki and the variants?
Well, I mean, I would say that Marvel's very good at getting you up to date at the very beginning of the film, you know?
Yeah.
So, no, you don't have to, but...
I agree. I mean, to be honest, the What If series is the only time I've ever heard Mackenzie give me an active recommendation for a TV show to watch. So
Weird.
the fact that
I
he
just
has
watched some
told
of
me...
them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I watched the Doctor Strange one because it was genuinely good. It was, like, very fucking emotional and sad.
Oh.
It's basically what if... I think the episode's called What If Doctor Strange lost his heart instead of his hands in the crash.
Whack.
And by heart, it means Christine dies in a car crash instead of him getting his hands crushed.
Yeah.
And he basically tries to keep rewriting time and, like, breaks the universe in a way and turns evil.
Interesting.
Because he has to summon power from the dark dimension or whatever.
Right.
And it's actually a very good episode. The Peggy as Captain America episode was boring as fuck.
Oh, really?
It was literally just a retelling of the movie.
That's so funny.
It was so boring. But apparently she's in Doctor Strange too.
Oh.
Captain America Peggy Carter lady.
What the fuck?
There's 2 zombie episodes. One zombie episode really. The zombie episode is very fun.
Is it?
It's like very
There's
fucking
only
gory.
like 6 episodes, right?
There's like 9.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a lot.
That is a lot.
And then I think the last episode's an Avengers style.
Yeah, Mackenzie said that like all of the episodes are pretty much standalone, just like alternate what ifs until the last episode, which brings them all together apparently.
Yeah. I don't know, I really hate the animation style. Like that's the only personally that's the only reason it's hard for me to watch.
Well, that's the reason why I haven't watched it is because it's animated. But then when Mackenzie was watching it, I realized that basically all of the actors are there as the voice actors. So I was like, oh, okay, well, it must be good if they've paid these actors to do it.
Yeah. I mean, I love animated series and movies. It's just the specific style is very ugly to me.
That's fair.
Which feels mean to say, but anyway. Back to the movie.
Back to the movie. Yeah, it was good. It was really good.
I feel like I don't really have any real complaints.
No, me either.
Was,
I definitely expected to be more... I don't know. It's so hard to say because I definitely expected it to be more like shocking plot-wise, but also like the story, like it still took me along for the journey. I was very emotionally invested. I enjoyed my time watching it. So I guess it doesn't have to be surprising. I don't know why I was expecting it to be full of plot twists or whatever, but I was, and it wasn't.
Interesting. I can't really comment on the surprise aspect because I was like spoiling everything for myself anyway because that's how I like to do it. But I feel like, there wasn't like much story-wise and like a lot of the narrative was... Deus Ex Machina is like, how convenient this plot device exists, you know?
Yeah.
But I guess when you're dealing with interdimensional wizards, you know, there's not really anything that can't be fixed.
That's true. What was I going to say? Oh, I actually was not sure about Tom Holland's characterization in this movie.
Interesting.
Particularly in the first half. I actually think it got stronger in the second half when all the other Spider-Men were there, which is very funny. But in the first half, I was like, maybe he should have his own opinion. Like he just like...
Right, he was just like, Aunt May says I should do this.
Yeah, well he just had like... I felt like he didn't have very many lines, which potentially was what was contributing to me being like, what is going on right now? He had a definitive overall story arc.
Yeah.
Very much so. Like the place where he finishes the movie is very different to where he begins,
yes.
which is really good. But I just, I don't know. I felt like at the beginning I was like, this is not a very strong character.
Yeah.
It feels a bit... It feels a bit like they got so caught up in the excitement of making the movie with all of the different villains and all the different Spider-Men that they let his characterization kind of fall to the side a bit.
Yeah. I think that was my main worry about the multiverse story of it all.
Yeah.
But I would agree.
But again, I think he still held his own against the other Spider-Man.
There is like, I know what you mean. There's a whole arc for him there.
Yeah.
It just doesn't necessarily feel like specifically the first half was...
Spider-Man.
Things were happening to him. He wasn't making decisions.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, that's actually probably a pretty accurate summary of what I'm trying to say, yeah.
No, I'd agree with that. But I will say what I was impressed with was how well they handled the amount of characters there were.
Yes.
And how well
It's true.
they did at giving mini arcs to each of the
Yeah.
villains and everything.
Yeah, that's really true.
Really
They actually
impressive, TBH.
did a very, very good job with the ensemble cast.
Yeah.
Again, funnily enough, when Tom Peter was amongst other characters and with the other Spider-Man, that's when his character was strongest.
Yeah. See, I agree. But I also think they kind of dumbed down Doctor Strange and Spider-Man and Peter Parker.
Very much Doctor Strange, sorry.
He got tricked by kids twice.
Yeah, I know. It was definitely did feel like that. I also the magic of the multi-dimensional people coming in was so wishy-washy. Just like it like Doctor Strange being like, "This was your spell. You did this." It's like, bro,
you literally said
you
I
were the
could do
one
this.
who was doing it.
Literally,
like, Peter was just there. He
And
had
also-
nothing to do with what was going on.
no offense to Mr. Strange, but it did not take much to you to fuck up the spell.
It's really true.
What, he had edited it like 4 times?
Yeah,
And then he was like, oh.
and then he broke the multiverse. It's
Right.
like that's maybe a little bit of a
bit much.
yeah.
Maybe that's the reason you're not the Sorcerer Supreme.
Exactly. Yeah.
Speaking of, that was hilarious.
Yeah, it's really true.
That Wong is the new Sorcerer Supreme because Doctor Strange was blipped.
That was funny.
That was so fucking funny.
That was funny.
What else was there?
God.
I really, really enjoyed every interaction with the villains.
Yeah. Same.
I thought it took a little... No, maybe I didn't. I was going to say I thought it took a little too long to get to the villains
yeah.
from the beginning of the movie, but I guess not really. Because I think originally they were planning on adding a lot more of the Peter clearing his name stuff.
Interesting.
But then...
That would have made the movie drag out way too long.
And as the actors said, the movie was being written as they filmed it.
Did they?
Yeah, because they didn't... They started filming and Toby hadn't officially signed on.
That's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
Whack.
Yeah.
Whack.
Andrew was like, yes, I will do it for $1.
He
He's like,
really...
I'm absolutely in. I fucking love this character.
That vibe was there.
Yeah. Yeah. But apparently now that after they both signed on, they both had, specifically Toby had a good fun time too. And
Oh, that's good.
apparently they're popping up in another MCU movie
Really?
within the next 2 years,
Really?
which I have to assume is Doctor Strange.
And the Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
Isn't that supposed to come out in April?
May.
Jesus, they've left it a bit late, haven't they?
They just finished reshoots.
Oh,
There was like, I think 3 months between when they finished and when they reshot stuff. But the thing that Benedict Cumberbatch said was they weren't actually reshooting much.
Right.
They were adding heaps. Because of COVID.
Yeah.
Because of the nature of a multiverse story.
Yeah.
Why do I keep saying multi-Durst? Fred Durst? No. Okay. The nature of a multiverse story, you can have all these cameos and shit and it not be too cheesy.
Yeah. It's true.
I mean, I'd still be cautious, TBH.
Yeah.
But,
It'd be good if they could bring back, like, the original Avengers, just throwing that out there. Scarlett
Well, I
Johansson,
mean,
Chris Evans.
I reckon they'd probably do it,
Downey
hey.
Jr. Maybe.
Yeah, no,
Only for a few minutes.
Oh, that's what. The reshoots weren't reshoots. They were additional photography
Right.
in which they added all of these cameos that couldn't happen originally because of COVID.
Right.
Like, from what they've said, they're like a lot.
Oh, wow.
Like a lot of cameos.
It's like a Free Guy situation all over again.
Yeah. There's like
That
apparently...
movie was good, actually. Did you see that movie?
We talked about it on the pod. You can skip over this.
Sorry. But okay.
Apparently like Patrick Stewart's Professor X is in it
What the fuck?
from the Fox movies and everything. Yeah.
God, I haven't seen those.
Yes, you have.
No, I haven't.
The original X-Men.
No, I haven't seen them.
But you've seen the rebooted the Days of Future Past X-Men.
I've seen
The first class ones.
Days of Future Past.
Yeah. So
And
you've seen them. Like, you know the characters.
Yeah.
For people, I'm sorry, I just had a massive coffee and I'm like, I cannot swallow for the life of me. There's rumors that Hugh Jackman's Wolverine will be in it.
What?
Oh
my God. Okay, you need to stop talking.
Well, I mean, technically I could explain the whole plot leak already.
I don't want it.
I would never. I would never.
Yes,
Partly
you
because I wouldn't
would.
want to get sued.
That's fair.
But
No, I don't want to know. I just want to go in and then just be shocked and surprised.
I feel like our review of this movie has just been wish-washy all over the place. But that's because I didn't really have any actual complaints about the movie, so I'm just like, I'm excited about this and this.
Yeah. I don't have any... Yeah, no, I feel... Yeah, I don't know.
It was just really fucking fun, right?
It was a very fun movie. They knew what they had, and they leaned into it.
Yeah, and I'm so fucking impressed with John Watts.
Yeah.
For handling it.
Yeah.
I'm excited for his take on the Fantastic Four.
Oh. We're doing another one of those, are we?
An MCU one. He's directing them. I think he signed on for a trilogy of them. I am not sure. Don't quote me on that. But
I'm overwhelmed.
What was the one last point I had about the movie? The one last thing I wanted to say about the movie was about the Multiverse of Madness trailer. How shook I was that they referenced Wandavision in it.
Yeah, that's really true.
I'm happy now. After like a full year of waiting, we finally have acknowledgement that the shows and movies will be interconnected properly.
Yeah.
And I'm happy about that.
Yeah, no, for sure. For sure. Which I feel like we all knew was coming.
See, I did not. After they fudged up so many... They fudged up the Netflix Marvel shows. They fudged up Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Even all of the Cloak and Dagger and Runaways and shit. Can we also talk about the fact that the Netflix Marvel shows are now MCU canon?
Yeah, that was a bit crazy. No, see, I think the main difference here is they had the actual movie actors in the TV shows. Like, that's...
I understand that.
That makes them.
No, I get that. But I was still, like, convinced that it was just a gimmick to get subscribers to Disney+.
Lol.
I was convinced.
I mean, I think it has been in some instances, e.g. Falcon and the Winter... Although, they are doing a fourth Captain America, right?
I should have just had more faith in Kevin Feige. I feel like...
Well, he's not really let you down.
No.
To be honest.
Yeah. And I feel like if he was putting his pussy into something, it's like, you know...
It's true.
He's going to go for it.
That's accurate.
Did you watch the Netflix Marvel shows?
No. I tried, but I actually only ever got like 3 or 4 episodes into them, and I was like, this isn't for me. I don't know why.
See, I think you'd love them.
Yeah.
I
didn't make it very far into... Actually, I think I might have made it 4 or 5 episodes into Daredevil, but I was really not vibing with it. I think I made it half an episode into Jessica Jones. I don't know why.
So good.
That's what everyone says. They say it's the best one. I don't know why I couldn't stomach it. Well, it's not even stomach it. I just wasn't vibing.
When did you watch them when they first came out?
No.
When?
2 years ago.
Interesting. I would say give them a go now because I started watching. I had heard the rumors that Charlie Cox was in No Way Home, so I was like, I'm gonna go back to Daredevil and see
Who's
what
Charlie Cox?
Daredevil.
Oh, right.
Matt Murdock.
Right.
I heard the rumors that he was in it, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna start Daredevil from the beginning and see how I go. And I started watching it, and I like finished the whole season in a week because it's way better than I remembered.
Oh, really? Okay, all right. I'll give it another go. I mean, I knew enough to know who he was when he showed up on screen. I was like, oh, I know who that is.
It's like way better than I remember. They were already really good when I watched them, but I don't think I had the whole context because they're quite they're about the narrative.
Right.
They have phenomenal action scenes, like phenomenal.
Yeah.
But they're also very narrative heavy. And I don't think when I originally watched them 7 years ago, I was that into it.
That's fair.
But anyway, 11 out of 10.
What about, I still haven't seen Hawkeye, to be fair, but I got spoiled, as one does, about Yelena being in it.
Did you also get spoiled that Kingpin?
Yes, this was the other thing, is but he was in one
also,
of the Netflix shows, right?
Also, for those that just, like, were shocked at me spoiling that for Maddie, if she hasn't seen Daredevil, I can't imagine she would care.
No, I didn't know who that was. That's the only context I had around that was because other people online were like, oh my God, this was on a Netflix show. But even just in that moment, I was like, I don't remember which one it was. That was going to be my question. That's why Daredevil. I brought it up, was to be like, which one is that?
Yeah, he was, Wilson Fisk is Daredevil's arch nemesis.
Right.
And honestly, especially after rewatching Daredevil now, I would say Vincent D'Onofrio's performance as Wilson Fisk is like the best villain performance of ever.
Wow.
It's so fucking good.
Wow.
It's like terrifying, but also really controlled. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like
interesting.
Insane. And also he like risks it all for this one really hot chick, and I'm like, that's a vibe.
Mood. Well, it's been 35 minutes since we started, so maybe we should move on.
Yeah, okay, so the second elephant in the room this week is that we actually had a plan for this episode.
We did.
And then Maddie had to go and ruin it.
Well, the whole reason why I went before when you were like, we probably don't need any more topics, and I agreed, was because I was like, I'm going to bring up Spider-Man No Way Home, and that's going to take at least 20 minutes of conversation time.
You are a hashtag hoe.
I will say, though, just throwing this out there, I also saw No Time to Die last night.
Was it good?
It was pretty good. Way too long.
He
but
dies,
I knew
he?
that going. Yeah, he does.
So why did
Spoiler
they call it
alert.
No Time to Die?
Well,
It's clearly time to die.
sorry, I just spat all over you.
Fine, it didn't hit me.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It like makes sense within the story.
Also, was there a reason it was so long?
No.
Was it ever actually confirmed that it's his daughter?
Yes.
Like they actually said he's your daughter, she's your daughter?
Yeah.
Oh.
They did.
From the reviews I read, they were like, it's actually not actually confirmed that it's his kid.
I mean,
He's just assuming.
okay, I'll give you the rundown, which is, because this is only going to take 30 seconds, which is when he first meets the daughter, he's like, is she mine? And kind of. And then the lady's
French
like,
Léa Seydoux.
no, it's not. And he was like, but she looks like me. She's got the same eyes. And she was like, she's not yours. And then, I know, it's very funny. And then as the movie goes on, all of the villains are being like, yes, this is his daughter. They're treating her as his daughter. And you can kind of see that he's loving her like his daughter. And they even say it to the mother several times throughout the movie. They're like, when James Bond is not there, like taunting her with the fact that she had James Bond's kids, and she never says otherwise.
Oh, okay.
Even though it's like, probably if you did, you might be in a bit less trouble right now.
Right.
And then at the end, right as he's about to die, she's like, yeah, she does have your eyes, doesn't she? Or something like that.
Okay.
And he was like, I know. And that's it. So no, she doesn't ever say to James Bond, she's your daughter, but like, we been you.
Interesting.
We know. Yeah.
Was Ana de Armas really only in it for 5 minutes?
Yes. And she had a main, credit.
She had a main credit. Yeah. She was part of the entire marketing campaign.
Yeah.
That poor woman had to do a press junket to be in the movie for 5 minutes.
It was probably longer than 5 minutes. The segment of the movie was probably 15 minutes, to be fair, but she
that's
obviously
like 1% of a 3-hour movie.
Yeah, it really was not much. And her characterization was so weird.
Really?
Great, but weird. Yeah, because for the first 10 of the 15 minutes, she's playing it like she doesn't know what she's doing. And then in the last 5 minutes, you realize that she's actually like...
a pro.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like, it's fun. It's fun,
right.
But weird, but fun.
And it's like clear that they're setting up like a universe of characters.
Well, I think that's what it will be. And I think it's also really funny. They had a black woman play 007 in this movie.
Use the title 007.
Yeah, which I thought was really interesting because I was like, ooh, is she going to be the new James Bond?
But no.
And no, sadly not. Devastating. She would have done a great job just throwing that out there.
Yeah, that's Lashana Lynch is Captain Marvel's best friend. That's actually her lesbian lover.
Love that. Yeah.
We can thank what's her face, Phoebe Waller-Bridge, for that.
Yes. That's the same with Ana de Armas's character, apparently. Yeah. Anyway.
Fascinating.
So, yeah, no, it was good. I mean, I enjoyed it. It was just too long. That was my main.
Yeah.
If it was genuinely an hour shorter, I don't know what hour they would cut, to be fair, but if it was an hour shorter, I'd vibe with it. Also, I will say, I went with Mum and Dad, and going into it, Mum was like, I'm just so excited for this movie. I was like, why? And she was like, because I don't need to have seen any of the other movies. It's going to be standalone. I was like, Mum, just to prepare you, I think you might have need to have seen the other movies for this one. She was like, nope, it's James Bond, standalone. I was like, okay. We got out of it, and she was like, I didn't really understand what was going on. I was like, yes, because it was based on the movie before.
Wasn't like the villain from the last two movies in it, and Léa Seydoux was in the last movie.
Yeah, it was it was the same villain. It was the Spectre villain from the last movie. It's like literally... I've only seen Spectre once in 2015 when it first came out.
So even you were a little confused?
Well, I read the synopsis for the movie yesterday going in, so that was enough. Like, I was still a bit confused, but that was enough for me to be like, okay. But honestly, I feel like all of the movies, all of the Daniel Craig movies...
are pretty connected.
Yeah, like by the time you get to this one, it's like they've really drawn them all together.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So
it does. Do you know a fun fact?
Yeah.
Me being like, you want to know a fun fact? As if I'm not going to say it anyway. Say it with me, a man. They, with the Spectre of it all, because apparently Spectre is like the biggest villain in James Bond franchise history.
Yes. Okay. I think I might have been reading about what you're about to say, but yeah.
The fact that for the first 2 James Bond, Daniel Craig Bond movies, they didn't have the rights to the Spectre.
Yes.
So they created the whole nother, the Casino Royale syndicate villains and all that.
Yep.
And then they were like, lol, no, we're backtracking. Just pretend that didn't happen. We're doing this.
Yeah, pretty much.
When they got the rights.
Yeah, that was because there was a they were, I don't know if it was, I think, was it MGM? Or was it?
Yes.
I think it was them. They were sued by a guy who co-created James Bond,
right.
And he was like, no, you can't use this. Well, no, actually, I think he might have sued Ian Fleming, was how that worked. And then that case has been going on since the 60s.
Right, yeah.
But then the guy who made the case died in the late 2000s, and his family settled the case in the mid-2010s, which is why then in Spectre for 2015, they were like, yeah, we can just fucking use it now.
It was Spectre the whole time.
Yeah, exactly.
It was all totally on purpose.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the details of what I just said are really fuzzy. I'm not sure if everything that I just said is accurate, but that is the general gist, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't see it in theaters because I'll rewatch all of them before I watch it.
Yes, I would say that it'll probably make your time watching it a bit more enjoyable. I don't think, I mean, it was pretty nice. It was kind of like Dune. In terms of like a really big, beautiful cinematography.
Right. Neither of us are using language today.
No, we're really not. I mean, Dune was probably a bit more focused on that, but No Time to Die definitely still had it, which makes it really good to see in cinema, is the point that I'm saying, but you don't have to.
I wonder if the pandemic had anything to do with it, the fact that they had an extra 18 months to polish it.
Very possible, because they are, again, I was reading about this, they finished shooting in late 2019, and then it was supposed to come out in April?
2020?
Actually, I think it might have been supposed to come out in November 2019, and then someone dropped out, a producer
No,
or someone.
no, you were right. It was April 2020 because Daniel Craig did SNL.
Yeah.
The week before everything shut down, he was the the host of SNL.
Yeah. Well, no, it was supposed to come out late 2019. They got pushed back to March, April.
Wig.
Because this person dropped out. And then the pandemic happened, and I was reading they'd already spent $60 million on marketing at that point, and when they decided to push it back because of the pandemic, and they were like, never going to get that back.
Yeah, and then they marketed it for end of last year.
Yeah, they've pushed it back like 7 or 8 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of times.
Because I remember No Time to Die and Black Widow both had to restart their marketing campaigns like 3 times.
Yeah. Well, because Billie Eilish, her song was released.
No Time to Die, yeah. In 2019.
2019 or the beginning of 2020. I don't know, but she won a Grammy for it last year because it was in that rotation, which is so fucking funny.
Iconic.
But yeah.
Anyway, our original plan for the episode was to do a tops and bottoms of the year. This is our last episode of the year. And we were going to wrap it up with some tops and bottoms.
Yeah. I
was going to make a joke about, much like the people in this room, there are some tops and bottoms.
Iconic. Well, which of us is the top?
Well. So no, we're going to go through some tops and bottoms that we came up with. And then at the end of the episode, I think we're going to try and... We've been holding each other in suspense for the past 3 weeks. Because neither of us use Spotify.
Yeah.
We both use Apple Music. Hashtag bougie.
Should we do the Apple Music thing now? Because that's going to take way less time than the tops and bottoms.
We'll do that. Okay, no more suspense. Basically, for the last 3 weeks, we've been like, okay, don't look at your Apple Music replay. We're going to do it on the pod, and we're going to do it for the last episode. We're going to guess what each other's are, like we did last year.
It's very funny.
And I don't
see what happens.
Neither of us know what our own songs are.
No, it's true. How do I find it again?
Just type in Apple Music replay.
Okay,
so my guess, and then you have to log in and stuff. It takes a few minutes. Maybe don't do it facing the camera. Scrolling through your news.
Yeah. Okay, yep. What is your guess?
My guess for you, I'm going to guess... Sorry, that was really poppy.
Just use Face ID. You're an idiot.
Yeah, it still takes a moment to load.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it does. It does this loady thing. You go, yes, and then it takes a minute. What? Yeah. Click that. Mine took a minute to load.
Okay.
Anyway, it tells you all your data and shit. Your top artists, top songs. I think your top song this year might be... Don't look at it yet.
Okay.
Might be... Is it Happier Than Ever by Billie Eilish? That's my guess for you.
Really?
That's the only song I remember this year you saying, oh yeah, I listened to that.
Okay, I don't know. That's not what I think it's going to be.
Okay, what do you think yours is going to be?
I think it's going to be Cardigan by Taylor Swift. Yeah.
I changed mine. I think yours is going to be Cardigan by Taylor Swift. No. I think that's a good one. I think your top artist is still going to be Taylor Swift.
Yeah, same. There's no way it's not.
So I think my top artist will be...
This might give me a hint.
Probably Taylor or Ari.
You reckon?
I do. Because Gaga didn't have a new album this year.
No, see, okay, but just before I Googled most popular songs in 2021 to try and figure out what Nick's might be, and the top one was Montero, Call Me By Your Name, and I was like, I don't know if that would be yours. Like, it's definitely a gay anthem, but I don't feel like I remember you at all talking about Lil Nas.
I think one of his songs is in my top.
You reckon?
10, but it's not that one.
Interesting. Well, then it's good for you and Driver's License.
I forgot about them. Maybe one of them's yours. Maybe Driver's License is in your top 10.
It probably will be in my top 10.
Okay, well, make your official guess for me.
I just don't know. I don't think you listened to Olivia Rodrigo enough for it to be a top song.
Interesting. I think I did at the beginning of the year.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I don't think it is, though. I think I know what my top song might be, but I also could be a fool. A fool of a took.
Do you think it's Ari or Taylor?
Yeah.
Do you really? Fuck. Okay, well then...
Remembering Ari didn't technically release anything.
Yeah. No, wait. POV maybe. I remember you really liking that song.
I do love that.
I don't know. I genuinely have no idea.
I don't really know either because I've had like 10 songs on repeat all year. So
yeah. I've got no idea. Okay.
Watch it be like All-Star by Smash Mouth.
That'd be so funny.
Okay, so my guess for you
last year when it was Frozen soundtrack.
I guessed that correctly.
You did.
Okay, wait. My guess for you was Billie Eilish.
Yeah.
What is it?
Oh, I don't know. It says, while you were busy listening to 635 hours I listened to.
Interesting. I did 500.
Interesting. Really? How did you do less than me?
Because I listen to podcasts when I work.
That's fair.
You listen to soundtracks. Scores.
Interesting. Wow. Okay, you're going to be... This is shocking. Okay, I was right.
This doesn't feel right.
Shall we go through my top 10 first?
Yeah.
1, Cardigan, Taylor Swift. Yeah.
You're right.
2, Wonder, Shawn Mendes.
Oh.
Whack. I actually did listen to that song a lot, so that's no surprise. 3, Driver's License. Shall I go through the top 10? Did I say? Yeah. 4, No Body, No Crime. 5, Chemtrails Over the Country Club.
How many listens?
133.
What?
I know. That's like a lot for me. 6, Like I Do from that movie that we really liked last year with Dakota Johnson and Tracy Ellis. I can't even remember. Yeah. Fever Dream by Gillian Rossi. Champagne Problems. Say Something, Kylie Minogue. Shocking. 10, Traitor. Sorry, Olivia Rodrigo. Yeah. Okay, what are your top 10?
Mine don't make sense, if I'm being completely honest. I think I kind of want to just...
pretend it's not true.
Pretend they didn't happen. Because
well,
I think
need to know.
I know what my top 10 are, and I think in like a week they're going to update this.
Right.
And it's going to be...
different?
Like 800 hours.
That's so funny. Okay, what does this one say?
My number one song does make sense.
Which is?
3435 Remix.
Interesting.
With Doja Cat and Meghan Thee Stallion.
Okay.
I fucking love that song. It's just...
I should have guessed that.
Pure 3 minutes of fun.
That's true. You did love that.
It's so fun. It's
I'm
so
silly.
stupid and so silly. And then this is why I say it's not making sense. And that's because my second one is Ain't No Other Man by Christina Aguilera.
What the fuck?
Which I've probably listened to 3 times. And this is saying I've listened to it 43 times.
This year?
This year.
Bro, my top 1 is 248 plays as Cardigan.
That's why I'm saying it hasn't updated.
How many plays
Because I checked
have you
it
got?
2 months
34,
ago.
35.
49. And I know for a fact I've listened to it more.
Huh. That's weird.
Anyway, I'm going to have to update this again first episode of the new year.
That's fair, but tell me what it is now.
Currently, the incorrect top 10 is 3435 Remix, Ain't No Other Man by Christina Aguilera, which I cannot stress enough.
Someone must have been listening to it on your account.
Genuinely confusing to me. Number 3 makes sense. It's Piece of Me by Britney Spears.
Love that.
I'm never not listening to that.
That's true.
4th is Solar Power, which is interesting, by Lord. Because out of the album Solar Power, I probably listened to Mood Ring the most. And Solar Power, like, in the least. Anyway, number 5 is All Too Well 10-minute version.
Love that.
That makes sense. And then Rain on Me, which I also don't think I've listened to that much this year. Rumors by Lizzo and Cardi B makes sense. Do What You Want, Lady Gaga featuring Christina Aguilera.
Iconic.
I think that there's a conspiracy theory to make Christina Aguilera be in my top 10.
That's so funny.
And I'm not here for it. Number 9 is Telephone by Beyonce and Lady Gaga.
Weird.
And 10 is Babylon by... This is not...
Not right.
Something's not right. And then 11 is Driver's License. 12 is Potential Breakup Song explicit version. See, 13, I actually genuinely, truly thought that Good Ones by Charlie XCX would be my top number 1.
Okay. Was that what you thought it was going to be?
I thought my number 1 was going to be Good Ones by Charlie XCX or Justified by Casey Musgraves. Which are both... Good Ones is number 13, Justified is 14, Mood Ring is 15.
Interesting.
I thought they were going to be my top 3.
Interesting.
Which is why I don't think it's updated.
That
Because I checked it like 2 or 3 months ago.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking it's just kept it since then.
Interesting.
But I feel betrayed. And I do think I might just sue.
That's funny.
It doesn't make sense!
What about your artists?
Gaga, Britney, Taylor, Lord, Ari.
Gaga, Britney, Taylor, Lord, Ari. Wow.
What are yours?
Taylor, 100 hours.
Okay.
ABBA,
50 hours.
27. Olivia Rodrigo, coming in close at 26. Demi Lovato, 24. That's shocking. I don't know what I've listened to from her. Little Mix, 19 hours.
Interesting.
What about, okay, albums?
Oh, yeah. See, this makes sense.
Shocking. Interesting. Oh, that album came out this year. Okay, Demi Lovato makes way more sense now.
Out of the 274 albums you checked out this year, your personal top 10 are Starcrossed by Casey Musgraves. That makes sense.
Macy Cosgraves.
Starcrossed by Casey Musgraves. That makes sense for me. Number 2 is Sour by Olivia Rodrigo.
Okay.
Also makes sense. 3
Fuck, she's not even on my top 10.
3 is Red Taylor's version. 4 is Solar Power by Lord. 5 is 30 by Adele. And then the rest are just singles.
Interesting.
Number 10 is Dancing with the Devil by Demi.
She was number 7 for me.
Interesting. See, how can I have listened to the album Starcrossed 94 times? Follow me. And Justified 29.
I don't know.
And it not be in my top 10. Ma'am.
Okay, I've got Folklore, number 1.
Oh.
Yeah, Red Taylor's version 2. 3 is this album called The Untold, which is just instrumentals.
Okay.
4, 30, Adele. 5 is Made in the AM from One Direction, which is
You act shocked.
shocking.
That
No,
shouldn't be shocking.
I don't feel like I've listened to it that much, but maybe I have. 6 is Fearless, Taylor's version. 7, Dancing with the Devil. 8, This Is Acting by Sia. I don't know where that came from.
Whack.
9 is The High Note, and 10 is Cause I Love You, Lizzo.
I know.
Yeah.
I feel betrayed. This does not make sense to me. This does not make sense with my fantasy.
See, mine does make sense, but I'm also genuinely shocked.
I'm going to be checking this daily until it updates.
That's
I hope
so
you know
funny.
that.
Okay. And then you'll have to post it on the pod's Instagram on stories or something.
I feel like I've been made a fool.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, we got to move on though.
I kid you
We're
not.
at
For
53 minutes.
This entire trip, half of this entire trip to Brisbane today, I listened to 3435 remix.
3435.
And it's saying I've listened 49 times.
I don't think it counts as plays if you don't listen to it from start to finish.
But I do.
Oh, okay. I got nothing then.
I feel so betrayed.
Okay.
I feel
We're
like
moving on.
Fool of a took. Lord of the Rings. No?
No?
The Golden
Okay.
Globes nominations came out in the past week, but I don't really care about them.
Me either.
Okay, so we're going to do our tops and bottoms Sorry for that anticlimactic album reveal.
I know.
That was fucking shit. I'm so mad.
Last year's was so iconic because we accurately guessed each other's.
And they made sense.
And they did make sense.
It's acting like I... Whatever. Is there like a third party one I can do? Anyway.
That's funny.
I feel so fucking betrayed. By the way, our I saw our Spotify for the podcast.
Oh, yeah. Does everyone love us?
Yeah, mostly Australia and America.
Cute. How many people have listened to us? Wait, no, maybe we shouldn't broadcast that to the listeners. If it's like 2 people.
No, we have like a solid amount of downloads. I'll tell you after the pod, but we definitely have
followers,
reoccurring visit.
Oh my god! Hi everyone.
What's it called? Listeners who listen every week.
Aww.
And it's not a small amount.
Aww.
I know.
What's a small amount to you? A small amount to me is like less than 100.
Well, then it's a small amount.
Oh, okay.
But not by much.
Okay.
There's like almost 100 listeners a week.
Aww.
Like reoccurring. Then there's the episodes that have a lot more.
Did our Christian Hall one do really well? I can't think of anything else that would like draw in a lot of listeners.
Yeah. But no, overall our download hours are quite good.
Love that for us. Well, thanks everyone. We appreciate your support. Not going to lie, we'd probably still come and talk shit every week.
If it was no one.
Yeah.
This is true.
But we still appreciate you in spirit. Be much less, no, I don't know what I was going to say.
Sorry, I just saw one of the notes that I took during the week.
Yeah.
Top 3 highest grossing first weekends movies thingies.
Yeah. Top 2 now, apparently.
Well, no, Tom Holland stars in all 3.
That's so funny. Love that for him.
It's pretty iconic.
He's going to have to be one of the highest paid actors in Hollywood now.
Literally. He keeps saying, I think I might be done with Spider-Man. If I'm still playing Spider-Man at 30, I've fucked up my career. He's like 26 or 25 or whatever. And everyone's like, we know you're just holding out for more money. You can stop publicly negotiating.
That's so funny. I mean, I'm not going to lie. If my acting career was done by 30 because I couldn't get any other roles because I'd play Spider-Man except I'd made like $1 billion, I wouldn't care.
Yeah.
Like, oh, maybe I'll just fuck around and get a degree or something.
Actually, he's kind of wholesome. He's like, I want a family and a cottage.
I did see that.
And Zendaya's like, whoa, slow down.
I did see. No, this was actually so funny because I've been thinking about it a lot this week because he was like, I just want to take a break in my career and I think I want to focus on starting a family. And I was like...
Isn't he 12?
Literally! I was like, he's my age. What's he talking about? And then I realized he was 2 years older, which doesn't really help because I was like, that's still not that much older than me.
I agree.
Genuinely, I feel like a child. I could not have my own kids.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why other people my age think they can. Like, and that's not in a judgmental way. Like, genuinely, what's worked for your brain that hasn't worked for mine? Like, genuinely, it's just a no from me.
It's a no from me, dog.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay, we're going to do our tops and bottoms.
Okay, I have to actually push mine into tops and bottoms. I think mine are all bottoms.
I think each of us gives a top and a bottom.
Okay.
So I give a top and a bottom, and then you give a top and a bottom, and then I give a top and a bottom, and then you give a top and a bottom, and then I give a bottom, and then so on and so
all
on.
of mine can be classed as tops and bottoms for different reasons.
I hate you so much. She did this 2 minutes before we started recording.
That's true. I just went on one website.
So attacked. I have a full list.
Wait, as a top, can I show you this picture of Jack?
Yes. Less. That's how Pippi does it.
Is it really?
But her legs are too short.
Yeah.
This is making no sense for people who are listening. And they stick out that way.
Oh my god.
But she has, how she has the white feet?
Yeah.
It makes the black look like Dr. Seuss feet.
That's so funny.
It's so fucking funny.
Oh my god. I love dogs. Wow.
I'll try and... I don't think I...
This was Jack the other day. He pulled some weeds out of the garden and then pretended that he hadn't.
Iconic.
Very funny.
He looks like a cartoon character.
He does.
This is her when she does the thing.
Oh.
And do you see what I mean by the feet?
Oh my god. That's so funny. Her legs are so short.
So short. They're little stubby stubs. So
I love dogs.
Anyway.
Ugh.
But sorry. Dr. Seuss feet. Anyway. Okay, my first top and bottom
okay.
of the year of our Lord and Savior 2021. Which
Oh
side
my
note,
God, we're at an hour. How are we going to do
we're
this?
just going to fly through them.
We're not going to fly through them. We'll try.
We are going to fly through them because we've talked about everything on my list previously.
Okay.
So my first top of the year was watching Wandavision week to week.
Oh, okay. Wow. We're going to have very different lists.
I thought it was so much fun having, like, because we didn't know what to expect. The theories were so
That's true.
fucking absurd and so all over the place.
They were.
And obviously everyone was let down. But, but like, it was so much fun to be doing that week by week. Hyping it up, you know.
That's so true. Definitely going into it, everyone was like, what the fuck is going to happen here? Like a TV show, this is going to be terrible. And then it was really good. And the whole world like stopped.
The whole world was watching. And then
Yeah.
each episode they were like, okay, so this was Mephisto. This was something else. And then Tony Stark's going to come in. And everyone was like,
I didn't get any of that experience.
really?
No, I was just watching it.
That was all of social media.
Wow. No, not me.
Well, you're a dumb slut.
But I definitely remember every week being shocked at what happened in an episode. I was like, they did what?
Iconic. My first bottom of my list is the recent, what are their names? Zayn, Yolanda, Gigi drama. I thought that brought out a really disgusting side. No matter what way you look at it, I'm not taking sides. I thought it brought out some really disgusting aspects of fan culture and stan culture.
Yeah.
The sexism jumped out, and that's all I want to say. And that's why I hated it.
That was pretty bad.
A lot of people were like, yeah, it's the drama I'm living. And I'm like, no,
This is too real.
this is disgusting.
Yeah.
But that's my first top and bottom.
Drama is funny and entertaining when it's like meaningless, but when it's genuinely,
Harmful.
to like, this is like a very serious, it's a case of abuse here, you know, that's going on. It's like, that's not funny. That's not entertainment. This is serious. Yeah. Anyway,
Interesting.
what's mine?
Can I say one thing?
Yeah.
I had a theory of what one of your tops was going to be. One of your top cultural moments of the year was going to be.
Yeah.
And it was the Evergiven being stuck in the Suez Canal.
Bitch, of course it is. That's one of the things.
Is that on your tops?
It's one of the things I screenshotted, but it's the only one that I had in my mind.
I remember you had so fucking much fun with that.
Oh my God, I fucking loved it. Honestly, I just can't even, like, genuinely, the fact that this boat just, like, got caught because it was, I don't fucking know why it got caught, literally. And then it stopped 10% of the world's trade. That's so funny to me.
It's so funny.
It's so
and
funny.
it also just like demonstrates how easily humans can be taken down.
God. It's just my sweet spot of like international politics and like
Stupid.
Yeah, and then like understanding geography, love that because about why it fucks everything up. And then the fact that just one boat fucked up so many things.
It's pretty funny.
Genuinely can't get over. Like that's as good as it gets.
It is.
Really.
It's really fair.
Okay, my bad thing then, equally ridiculous. Yahoo Answers.
What about it?
Gone.
Is it?
Yeah. They got rid of it this year.
I vaguely remember this.
That. Wow, okay, well, that's that.
I vaguely remember this because I remember there was that one post where I was like, anyway, this is my favorite Yahoo Answers answer.
Yeah.
Question. And I was like, can I get pregnant if I wear my girlfriend's underwear or something? I was like, what?
That video that came out that was like a homage to all of the misspellings of Pregnant. Yeah, it was like that TikTok. Did you see that video? It's so fucking funny. Oh my God.
It's iconic.
It was iconic. Okay, yep, you now.
Okay, my next top and bottom. One of the tops of my year was Lil Nas X fucking with homophobes for the entirety of 2021.
That was great.
It's iconic. He's an icon, he's a legend, and he's the moment.
Yeah.
And that's that on that. The one that I really thought Industry Baby would be in my top 10.
Oh,
and
interesting.
It wasn't. I fucking love that song. Anyway, one of my bottoms was all of the shitty people who complained about the MCU being more diverse this year.
Oh, really? Did people complain about that?
About the Falcon and the Winter Soldier being about a black Captain America. About Wandavision focusing on a female character who has a complicated history. I'm talking Black Widow.
People.
I'm talking people review bombing Black Widow and Eternals for having female leads and queer characters.
They're wrong.
And fuck that.
They're wrong.
So that's one of my bottoms.
That's really fair.
You go.
Okay, a top.
I
mean, this is mixed, but I'm going to put it in the top.
Okay.
Just because I don't really know why. That's just what I'm vibing. Kim and Kanye, divorce.
That's a top for me.
Yeah, I agree.
That's going to have to be a top for me.
I don't know why. I mean, related is keeping up with the Kardashians finishing. I think that might be a bottom.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting choices.
Just because they're entertaining, that's really why.
Interesting to see you celebrate the downfall of people's marriages.
Yeah. Oh my God. I think I don't know how this happened, but you know, recently when Kanye like very publicly asked for Kim back, was that in a song? I don't even know.
I think it was performance art.
Too much for me.
Too much.
If someone did that to me, I'd be like, I do not know that man. I've never met him in my life.
Literally.
Even though they're the most famous couple.
Kanye? What Kanye?
Yeah, the father of my children.
Very that. Very that. Okay, another one.
Yeah.
Another one of my tops this year.
Yeah.
The Fear Street trilogy.
Oh my God, bitch, that was
They
so good.
fucking slapped, and that was so fucking fun having queer leads.
That was
and it was
really
so
good.
fucking fun getting to watch it month by month.
Actually, I think I want to watch this again.
Bi-weekly?
Yeah, they did weekly.
Week by week, yeah.
That's crazy. Imagine releasing 3 movies.
I thought it was cool.
In 3
I thought
weeks.
it was fun. I thought it was fresh. Yeah,
That was
loved
good.
it.
That was good.
I
Okay.
loved it. And one of
Oh, sorry.
and my next bottom was the fact that After We Fell, the new After movie was really bad.
Oh, that was
It was boring.
disappointing.
It wasn't bad funny. It was just bad boring.
Yeah.
That's really sad.
That's true. As
R.I.P. to my expectations.
a related bottom, Addison Rae's He's All That.
Oh, her mainstream acting career.
Yeah.
Yeah. R.I.P. to that.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't actually even watch the movie, and to be honest, the snippets I saw of it seemed very entertaining, but not in a good way.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm sure that was really disappointing for her, so I guess I'll stick that in the bottom.
Go on. I'm sorry for that, man. You didn't give a top.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what it's going to be of my things. Okay. No, I'm putting that in the bottom.
Oh my god.
Okay. Top. Just because I thought it was really interesting insight, and it was really nice to see people being like honest for once. Meghan Markle, Prince Harry, the Oprah interview.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, just
I
like
love that.
generally, I just thought that was really. I was like, yes, expose those racist bitches.
Tea.
Love this. Let's bring it down.
Tea. Do you think the Queen's dead?
Do I think the Queen's dead? I haven't seen.
Well, because I saw a
That's interesting.
not me getting my British news from TikTok, but I saw a TikTok and they were like, the chances that she's on her deathbed are pretty fucking high because she's cancelled everything over Christmas. She's not to be seen in public until well into the new year. And the reason that they're doing that is to not fuck with the Christmas economy because there is a dedicated mourning period.
Yeah, there is.
Where they, everyone stays home and does all their shit and is sad. Sorry, I'm being really insensitive, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
The economy is genuinely deeply affected by
Yeah.
a royal family member dying.
That makes sense.
And they
it's
don't want
also
that.
been like a long time since the monarch died, but
Yeah, and they're genuinely terrified of it affecting Christmas economy too much. The boost of the economy over Christmas.
I think that she's really sick.
I think she's really sick, yeah.
I think it's very possible that she's going to die very soon.
Yep.
I do not think she's already dead.
Yeah.
I don't think they could keep something like that a secret.
I think it would be iconic if they did.
It would be iconic if they did, but I don't
Just Weekend at Bernie's her. Throw some
That's so
sunglasses
funny.
on, tie some strings.
Oh my God, stop it. No, I don't think they could keep it a secret. And more than that, I genuinely don't think they'd get that amount of people to agree to breaking tradition like that to be able to keep it a secret.
Yeah. I think
Because
it would be
it's
impossible
supposed to be like
The
an
backlash would
emergency
be-
broadcast. Like, it's like a full-on thing that happens as soon as she dies. So I genuinely don't
The
think they
only
would
reason
not do it.
there's even a little bit of weight to the story is because Boris Johnson's Prime Minister.
It was because
Boris Johnson's the Prime Minister at the moment.
Well, why did that add weight to the story?
Because he's a fucking idiot. And I feel like he'd do everything he can to be like, don't fuck with my economy. There's a reason I opened up the country before we were ready because of COVID.
No, I don't know.
I
don't think so.
I don't think she's dead, to be clear.
I don't think
I'm
he's
just
smart
saying,
enough to do that.
I think he's an idiot.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I don't think he's smart enough to do it. No, definitely not.
My next top.
Oh, wait, just back to this interview. Just as an aside, not only was the interview great, but all of the people afterwards who were like, Meghan Markle being a respectful queen and not naming anyone who was racist, and Harry just straight up being like, yes, it was my father. Yes, they're all racist. Yes,
Pretty
the
iconic.
monarchy needs to end.
Not the Monacani.
Yeah, monarchy.
Is
Yes,
this
that was
episode going to be
iconic.
called the Monacani?
It better be. People need to not know what to expect when coming in.
Iconic. Okay, I'm going to have to start doing 2 tops and 1 bottom.
Okay.
Because I have more tops than bottoms.
I don't really have that many more.
Just like my Tupperware cupboard. My next top is the Red Taylor's version release week.
Oh, that was good.
That was so fun.
That was fun.
That was so fun.
That was.
Her going on a promotional tour for an album that released 10 years earlier.
It's so funny.
Mwah, chef's kiss.
The fact that it went number 1, also chef's kiss.
The actual album itself being perfection. Mwah.
Truly.
Taylor being unashamedly a capitalistic scum. Mwah.
Truly, it's great. Love
All
it for
around
her.
iconic time.
Genuinely, that's true. Also, the fact that All Too Well 10-minute version is the longest song to ever go number 1.
Right?
Iconic.
Pretty iconic.
She really is just that bitch.
Okay, my number 2 top of the year is the film The Mitchells versus the Machines
Okay.
on Netflix, the animated one.
No.
I talked about it on the pod. It's really, really fucking good. It's by Phil Lord and Chris Miller,
Okay.
who did like Spider-Verse and Lego Movie and all that.
Right. Lego movie.
Fucking incredible movie.
I believe you.
And it has a queer female lead.
Oh.
I mean, what's not to love? They're my 2 tops.
Okay.
And my bottom to counteract them
Uh-huh.
is Meghan Markle and Prince Harry being brutalized by the British media.
Oh my God, literally horrific.
So that goes with yours.
It does go with mine. This is so horrific. That was so horrific. Just like constantly. And even the public kind of has turned on them a little bit.
The
Which,
British public, yeah.
well, even my mum, the amount of
I
times
remember
I've
that.
heard her be like, Harry was always the wild child. I just don't know if we can believe what they're saying. It's like, what?
What reason has the rest of them given to believe? Yeah.
Like, and what? Genuinely, what does Harry stand to gain from disinheriting himself
Yeah.
and distancing himself from his entire family? Like, what? He's actually got everything to lose by saying all of this. He's like obviously has to feel strongly enough about this to be bringing it up. Like, anyway.
Okay, go.
Okay, well, I'm not going to lie. The rest of mine... Well, okay, I've got 3 more and they can be tops and bottoms.
I
So
hate you so much.
I'm sorry. No, wait, I lie. I have... Okay,
Just for those
No,
that
I
are
have a top.
curious, I've given her 8 days to prep.
you've actually given me a lot more time than that, I think.
8 full days.
And he texted me a reminder last night and then I forgot.
This hoe.
Okay, no, I'll have a top. The Andrew Garfield renaissance is going on at the moment.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
a
that's
top.
fun. I like that.
I mean, I know it's only been happening the last 2 days, but I've been thoroughly enjoying myself.
I have to.
It's really good.
I love it.
Okay, a bottom. What to pick? Okay, no, I'm going to put the Capitol insurrection. That's I'm going to put that as a bottom instead of a top and a bottom.
Yeah, that's yes, fair.
I mean, the reason I was thinking it would be a top is because just really highlighting how fucked up everyone was, and I really enjoyed that.
And watching Trump like dig his own grave.
Yeah,
slowly
that
over
was-
the
that was
6
good.
months before his final. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but no, it was actually genuinely
Scary.
very, very bad at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, oof, all bad.
Tea.
That was all bad. Okay, yep, you.
Okay. I'm just gonna go TV shows.
Okay.
I've got 3 TV shows that are in my tops of the years.
Yeah.
I'm just counting them as one because otherwise I've got too many. My top 3 TV shows of the year: Wheel of Time
Okay.
on Prime, which is still going. It's so great to have an epic high fantasy television series that's fast paced, that's intriguing, that's got great world building, that's fun, that the characters are good. It's just all around a fun time,
Fair.
and I love it.
Fair.
Evil season 2 actually coming out finally.
I'm watching it at the moment. Very good.
Loved it. Had the time of my life.
It's
11
very
out of
good.
10. Can't wait for season 3.
I just really need Kristen to believe in the supernatural. Like, I just need that to happen at this point. And it's so funny because in any other character in any other universe, the amount of shit that she's seen with her own 2 fucking eyes, like, they'd be like, wow, everything's true. Whereas Kristen's like, I have a mental illness.
I mean,
I
it's
am
kind of
hallucinating.
fair,
I mean, it makes sense for her characterization,
but it's annoying for the viewer.
but it's so frustrating for the viewer. Yeah.
And my third is I just finished watching Saved by the Bell 2020 season 2.
God, the amount of times you talk about that show.
It's so good. You would love it so much. The fucking pop culture references they make never short of perfection. It's so funny. It's so wholesome. It's so great. I just can't. Like, I love it so much.
Okay.
I love it so much.
Oh, that's fair. What's
So
your
that's
bottom?
my tops TV shows. My bottom, to counteract that, is the Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis not washing their babies. That was a lot, and I specifically hated it and put it in my bottoms. I would have put it in my tops because it's funny, and making fun of celebrities is one of my favorite pastimes. But I put it in my bottom because too many.
You have to stop saying I put it in my bottom.
I put it in my bum. I put it in my bottom because too many celebrities came out in support of them.
I just don't think it's that bad.
I also don't think it's that bad.
Oh.
But my point is, too many celebrities were like, oh my God, stop crucifying them. I don't shower sometimes. I was like, okay, Barbara.
It's really true. The amount of celebrities this year who have come out in support of other celebrities.
Over nothing. Chris Pratt being trending on Twitter for being the least popular Chris.
Yeah.
And the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe being like, no, he's a great guy. Guys, stop bullying him. He's so nice. And it's like, no, he abandoned his ex-wife and child.
It's really
Make him
true.
fuck off.
It's really true. And even celebrities who have come out in support of people doing, even when they've done really bad things, it's like, okay, this has just gone too far now. It's not funny anymore.
Okay, what are yours?
I'll say my two things, but they're both mixed.
Okay.
It just is what it is. Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Okay.
It's like that has to be mixed, top and bottom,
Because it was an improvement?
because it was very good, but also it was like, I had to watch it over like 3 days.
Yeah, fair. I thought you were going to say it's good because it was an improvement, and it allowed Zack Snyder to actually fulfill his vision.
Yeah, and we
That's
got more
fun.
Diana, so always love that.
But yeah.
And then the amount of movies who have been like, maybe I should do a long cut. It's like, no,
It's like
you shouldn't.
entirely DC people.
Yeah,
It's like,
I'm not about that.
Like, I feel sorry for you that you got fucked over by the studio, but
No.
if we keep letting this happen, everyone's going to be like, well, my movie only got bad reviews because they cut scenes and I want to release the whole thing.
Yeah, that's
It's
accurate.
like soon we're going to have like Clifford the Big Red Dog director's cut.
Stop it.
And it's like, I
Apparently that movie was really sad.
don't
Like
want to watch it.
Clifford or yeah,
I'm not watching it. I don't want to know if it dies.
I think he does. No, wait.
Clifford?
No, he doesn't.
If Clifford
die.
dies.
He gets abandoned like in the first 2 minutes.
Oh no, I hate that.
Yeah, I know. Same.
Fuck that.
Same.
Okay, keep going.
Okay, my other mixed is when Dogecoin
Oh yeah, that was
wreaked havoc on Wall Street.
Yeah, and the GameStop.
Yeah.
It's hilarious, but it's also fucking dumb that we can be taken down so easily.
Well, see, this is my thing. I thought it was hilarious. I was like, yes, boys and girls, get your money. Like, do it. I don't care. Fucking take him down. But the reason why I hated it so much is when they stopped trading, like, as it was an emergency situation when Wall Street stopped everyone from trading. It's like, well, excuse me. They've actually done the thing.
There's a loophole.
Yeah. Like, everyone always says, well, poor people just should invest their money. And they did invest their money, and
You stopped it.
you stopped it. It's
Yeah.
like, well, you don't actually want them to make money, do you?
Yeah.
You're just saying it to
Very
keep
that.
things where they are. Yeah. Anyway, so that pissed me off a lot,
Very that.
but it was iconic before that happened.
Fair. My next top was the games I played this year.
Okay.
Games like Deathloop,
All right.
Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
Okay.
I'm talking Life is Strange True Colors.
You're actually not.
I'm talking Hitman
English.
3. I'm talking Kena Bridge of Spirits. I'm talking A Plague Tale. I'm talking Resident Evil Village.
I always forget that you play games.
I play
I don't
so
know
many
why.
games.
I forget that. I feel like
I'm
just
a
in my
hashtag
mind,
gamer girl.
I have the very like sexist view that gaming is just for like
Shooters
dude bros.
who play Fortnite and like
Yeah.
I don't do online gaming. It's too stressful.
No, I don't mean.
No, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
The toxic, like, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like it's like a super masculine.
Yeah,
like,
no, that's like them. It's like the same people that are in the MCU. Like, general audiences make up 99%, and then there's 1% who are just
yeah.
really loud, horrible people.
Yes. Yeah.
It's the same thing.
That's fair.
And And my bottom to counteract that is the billionaire space race, you know, when they're up there in their penis rockets.
Stop it.
It's so fucking stupid.
Oh my God, that was so bad. That's made me so cranky for so long.
Yeah.
That's not okay.
Are you done with yours?
Yeah, I don't have any more, I think.
To
be fair, I came up with, like, I had like a solid 6 to 7 items, and you said only come up with 10.
No, I didn't.
You said 5 of each.
Did I?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's your problem. You didn't come up with 5 of each.
You've come up with way more than 5 of each.
No, I grouped them together. I'm fine. I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
One of my tops was
if
definitely...
I come up with more, I'll...
One of my tops was definitely the Olivia Rodrigo fever.
That was iconic.
That's what she deserves. It was so much fun.
That
Everyone
was what
obsessed.
she deserved. Yeah.
Is obsessed, I should say.
Oh my God, when all the merch came out and everyone was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That was iconic.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. That can be my bottom to count.
Yeah.
Okay, my final top and bottom.
Okay.
They go hand in hand.
You didn't even have that many more than me.
My final top and bottom. They go hand in hand, and I think you'll agree. The bottom. Oh, wait, no. Okay, wait, no. The top. My top and bottom that go hand in hand. The top is hashtag freed Britney. We freed Britney.
Oh my God.
And by we freed Britney, I mean she freed herself. She did all the work.
Fuck, I can't believe I forgot about that.
So that's my top, is the free Britney. My bottom is free Britney.
Oh.
Because the fact that we even needed to do a free Britney in the first
place.
place.
That's fair.
Is fucked up.
It is fucked up.
So that's my top and bottom.
That was really good. That was really nice. Yeah.
Free Britney on my list.
Free Britney. That she was freed.
F you.
Specifically.
Okay. Is there anything we need to talk about before the year ends?
Just that I'm hoping 2022 is going to be better.
Tea.
You know, climate change. Maybe if we could fix that next year, that'd be good.
Nice. Nice.
Be really good. I'd appreciate that. Yeah. Stop sending people to space. That'd be really good.
Tea. I only want to talk about one more thing.
Yeah.
Which is I watched last night the new movie on Prime Video, Being the Ricardos.
Yeah.
The Nicole Kidman, Javier Bardem, I Love Lucy one.
Right.
And I'm like obsessed with it. It was so good.
Was it?
The acting was really good. The movie itself wasn't actually that phenomenal. It was actually quite confused.
Oh.
So it's like the whole tagline is it's set over one production week of one episode of I Love Lucy.
Right.
And it's all the personal and professional drama that happened in that time. And that is fucking phenomenal. The writing and acting of all that is phenomenal. But it's not really just that, because Aaron Sorkin, writer-director, uses flashbacks and flash forwards like every 20 minutes.
Oh.
So it's like...
For what?
It's not really just set for context and to tell a story. So it's not really just set in that production week.
Right.
And I think because of that, it's tonally a bit all over the place.
Right.
But it's so silly. It's such a silly movie. And it's so fast-paced, and the dialogue, obviously, Aaron Sorkin is fantastic, and the acting's great. Still don't totally know if Nicole Kidman was the best choice for Lucille Ball. But she did a phenomenal job.
She's actually a very, very good actress.
She's phenomenal.
She's very good.
But 11 out of 10, if you have Prime, watch it. It's really fun.
Okay.
It's really silly.
Love that. You know what movie came out this year and I'm putting in my bottom, but I didn't even watch, but I'm still putting it there?
In your bottom?
Exactly. Tomorrow's War.
Tomorrow War.
Tomorrow War with Chris
Did you watch
Pratt.
it?
No, I didn't watch it. That's what I said.
Oh, I watched it, remember?
No.
And I said, unfortunately, I liked it.
Oh, that's a shame.
Do you not remember this?
No, I don't remember
I hate you.
I didn't even remember that you said Aunt May died in Spider-Man. I actually care about Spider-Man. How do you expect me to remember things I don't care about?
We have like a whole episode about the fact that I wanted to hate the Tomorrow War, but instead I actually liked it.
Well, I didn't watch it, so I can't hate it.
I think you'd like it.
Well, that's why I wouldn't watch it.
Fair. That's that on that. Okay, well, thanks for listening to us for another year.
Oh my god,
people.
Whack.
Hopefully 2020 looks even better.
Yeah, can you believe we had our 1 year anniversary?
Had our 1 year anniversary, our 50 episodes anniversary.
Wow.
We did 8 episodes recapping Drag Race Down Under.
Oh my god, that's right. I don't think we did 8.
I think we did like 7. I think we skipped 1.
I think we did too. We had so many guests this year. We actually finally got guests.
I know we actually did it.
Wait, are we not doing an episode next week?
No, not in between Christmas and New Year. No one will listen.
Okay.
Because everyone's off work.
So they don't have time to
People
listen.
aren't going anywhere.
So they don't have
So
time.
what's the point? I don't listen to podcasts when I'm not traveling or when I'm not like driving or
That's
working.
fair. I wouldn't know when people listen to. I only know that I've seen so many people complain recently about how all their podcasts they listen to have stopped,
Fair.
have broken.
Well, we'll be back in the new year.
We're having a 1 week break. Yeah.
I mean, it'll probably be 2 or 3 weeks, to be completely honest.
Wow. Go us.
Depending on, I guess we'll see what stuff happens in between.
That's fair. Hey,
Most likely we will be back first week of January.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, you go.
That's true. No, I was going to say, probably this is not, I don't need to bring this up on the pod, which was just that I'm launching the membership for Hana's Creation.
Oh, yeah.
Next year. Well, actually, it'll probably be in the next couple of weeks anyway. And all I was going to say was there's going to be film screenings as part of the membership, and you should come to those. That's all I was going to say.
I was going to say, tell people that are in Brisbane, listen.
Oh, yeah. And if you're in Brisbane,
Stupid Ed.
I'm starting a membership for Hana's Creation. $45 a month. You get 1 hour session, which is $35 anyway. So, like, come on. It's, like, all worth it. 1 film screening a month and also 1, like, networking meet and greet. Meet other creatives. There'll probably be a speaker every month. Oh, and also there'll be a notice board where you can pin your notices onto. Okay, that's all. Bye.
No, I want to, we're wrapping up the year I want to thank all of the guests that we had. That was very lucky. I will probably do an Instagram post thanking everyone.
Oh, cute.
Also look out for a Christmas post because we did a fun photo shoot.
Oh my God, that's right. I forgot about that.
I think we're the 2 funniest people in existence. Yeah.
I totally agree. Honestly, we really should have videoed us like during the process because we could have made a fucking killer TikTok.
Yeah, thank you to all the guests. We probably won't be updating the Instagram much over the thing. In the new year, I mean, who knows? We might retool.
Might we?
How we handle the pod. Maybe we'll do blocks of 10 episodes or something and have guests the whole time. I don't know.
I don't like that.
We'll see. I like having a guest like once a month or every now and then. I like how we're going.
You feel free to let us know, like if you like us having guests, or if you like the questions that we have with guests. I mean, or if you'd just rather that we talked about pop culture with guests. I don't know.
True.
Feedback. So otherwise, we're just going to fucking do whatever we want to do.
And that's another reminder. Go listen to. If you listened to last week's episode, we did. We had Jordan.
We did.
Jordan K. Creative of Master Success podcast
She's the most iconic.
And we guested on hers. It was a CW crossover.
It was so cute.
So go listen to that. I think ours launched before hers, so we didn't get to plug it.
Yeah.
Anyway, go listen to that. Thank you all for listening. Maddie, what are your socials? Lady Alice 101 on Instagram, TikTok,
YouTube, and Twitter.
All the links will be down below.
Yeah.
If you want to follow the pod, WTFIH podcast on Instagram. Or WTF is happening podcast on Apple Music and Spotify and all that. As a Christmas present to us, definitely go rate us 5 stars on everything.
Yeah, that'd be so nice.
If you want to follow me on TikTok or Twitter, NIC_CG, all our links are down below.
Good.
Maybe I'll do a post that has like each of our tops and bottoms.
One of my favorite things that we do on this pod is we just like fucking free ball ideas. We're just like,
yeah, I'm like, if you guys have to, if we have to listen to it, you guys have to listen to it. It's not my problem.
We should probably plan this stuff outside of recording, but we're like, nah, just hear the process, guys.
Anyway.
Thank you
all for listening to What the Fuck is Happening in the podcast.
Woo! Okay, bye.